Hey there, Aquarius! Welcome back to my channel. If you enjoy my readings, please be sure to like and subscribe. If you're one of my friends or siblings and you haven't already subscribed, shame on you. Shame. Please go ahead and subscribe now. And especially if this reading resonates with you, please let me know and leave a comment below. Alright, so this is kind of a really strange looking reading. Let me see. Let me see if I can just show you. All right, so we got what's crossing you is the defeat card, the 5 of Swords, which is basically representing a torn celestial plane. It's a huge warning. You may be with someone or yourself feeling overconfidence or confidence misplaced. There's definitely going to be a victory and a potency, but it's going to take a lot of preparation and confidence in order to pull it off. If you're unwilling or unnecessary, unwilling or unnecessary contributions from losing parties. So, you may be feeling defeated, but when you pull off this victory, you're going to have some haters. All right. And meditate. Meditation. Be aware of what your subconscious mind is feeling. All right. And then this is your oracle card, but your card that goes with that is, on the back of the oracle card, it says uncertainty. In the near future, move with your energy. And your manifestation card says create new transits through emotion. Create new transitions. Transitions. All right, so if you're really wanting to change, like say you've been smoking and your New Year's resolution is to change, it takes a little bit of a transition in your thinking, in your living, in order to quit something that you've been trying to do. So definitely change something else. Just besides quitting smoking, change something in your daily routine that will force you to not want to smoke. If you know that you're going to be doing this, like for example, if you're a video gamer, you don't smoke inside, maybe you should pick up the video game a little more often if it's going to stop you from going outside, because you're so both hands in, you're doing your thing, you're not going to want to smoke, right? Anywho, so anything like that can help you, just take advantage of it. We've got the 9 of Cups, which is just like almost there. You've got all your ducks in a row except for that one. All right, so you have active mind, you enjoy success, you absolutely, you're working on your deepest desires, and you're working on fulfilling all your wishes. You do have comfort, happiness, and satisfaction. So that's a huge plus. But the weird thing is, that's your past, okay? In your immediate future, we've got the 10 of Cups. So that was the 9 of Cups. This is the 10 of Cups, is your immediate future. But it's reversed, okay? So the 10 of Cups is like a holiday, happy, great time. But if it's reversed, then you may have some issues with acknowledging things or faking your happiness. So you definitely don't want to make people think that you're happy if you're not, especially the people that are making you unhappy. Someone's making things out to be a paradise when it's not always, that way. I said it is okay, though. It says it's okay to fake it till you make it. But, that negativity is not going to fix it, all right? It's not going to be a long-term solution. All right, and then it says spiritual practice. All right, spiritual practice. I'm not sure what that means for you. If you're not a religious person, then You know, that could just mean that somebody else is trying to, you know, guide you in a certain direction towards a spiritual practice. Or you might just be tired of doing whatever it is that you're doing, and maybe you want a more spiritual business in your life. Okay, for your manifestation card, we've got... hold on, y'all. I skipped a card here. Alright, I skipped a couple cards. Alright, so underneath your recent past, where we've got the 9 of Cups, it's like you're almost there. But we also have the fertility card. This is from my witch deck, so it actually gives you the ingredients for your witch's brew, which is cinnamon, mint, and coriander. And then you got the sensitivity card. I pulled 2 witch cards because ingredients just aren't really that great without something to go with it. So I pulled another witch card for your recent past, and it's showing sensitivity. You might be a witch if you feel the environment heightened. So if you have senses that are heightened, such as, you know, an overly active nervous system, or you might be, you know, the only thing I can think of is whenever I'm skiing and I see somebody fall and hurt themselves, I literally can feel the pain in my feet. Or if they're falling, if I see somebody fall, I feel pain in my feet. It's like my nerve endings start twitching or something. So that kind of reminds me of that. Overly sensitive is empathic. Alright, okay, so for your immediate future, we've got the 10 of Cups reversed, which is, you know, that everything looks good from the sidewalk or so. You know, everything looks perfect from the sidewalk, but maybe it's not really, you know, exactly the way you want it, and you're maybe faking it. So it says something about some spiritual practice here. And then for your manifestation card, it says raise your vibration, and it says by allowing yourself to be higher on the plane. Okay, affirmation, meditation. So that's how you accomplish it. So affirmations are like, they're kind of cheesy in my opinion. I don't really like using the affirmations, but if you're working for someone who stomps on your whims, and or you have a sibling or a loved one that just doesn't really support you, then you might want to give yourself a pat on the back and do some affirmations. So anytime you have, like, especially when I worked at AT&T, I did affirmations all the way to work because I hated that job. And like, just as soon as I walked in the door, I was afraid they were going to fire me every day because it was so horrible. But I actually did use affirmations all the way to work whenever I worked at AT&T. So if you're a salesperson, I highly recommend that if this works for you, then it definitely, you should do it. Affirmations don't work for everybody. Honestly, I've only ever used them when I was in dire straits. So maybe I should start using them just for the fun of it. There's also meditation, which is just a form of, you know, bringing your vibrations higher. And for your final outcome, looks like somebody's gonna finally get to have a good time with her girlfriends. So I actually have 2 Aquarian sisters that have never met, and this totally makes me think, oh my gosh, I love you, Aquariuses. You are my favorite people to party with. So celebration of accomplishment, toast of joy, connected through emotions, a sign of victory. Be sure to turn your female friends for love and companionship, and be sure to take the time to forget about your problems. Of course, we know this. All right, and for things that can help you in your final outcome is thyme. This is an ingredient. It's for healing, it's for psychic healing, it's for power, purification, affection, courage, clarity, and fidelity. All right, and then for your other witches card, we've got broom bristles up to keep the spirits away. Put your broom bristles up to keep the bad spirits at bay. Okay, I like that. That's pretty catchy. All right, and then for your 3 final solidification cards, is this going to be true? We've got the 8 of Swords, which is basically a man who is stuck, standing in the mud. He's stuck in the mud, literally cannot move. He's tied up, and he can't even, the thing is that's so ironic is that there's a sword right next to him. So he could probably weasel his way down there and get that sword and cut himself free. But he's blindfolded, so he doesn't know that it's there. But he's stuck in the mud, and he's been tied up, and he's blindfolded, and clearly he's having a rough day. But it says that it's like keeping you from moving, you know, that you're stuck. You can't even like weasel your way out of this situation. It's isolation, self-limitation, confinement, ignorance. Okay, in 2021, y'all, ignorance is not bliss. Just don't be ignorant in 2021. We have to overcome this situation that the whole world has become part of, and security, protection, goals out of reach, imprisonment, emotional lack of clarity, and the stick in the mud. All right, so you know, let's see what these other solidifiers are. All right, we got the Queen of the Cups, which is the mother of the wild ones. If you're not a mother, then you know that this is probably talking about your mother. You're the wild one. Somebody who has a sixth sense, quiet, creative, spiritual, empathic, manipulative, isolation again. All right, so this is definitely talking about isolation. Both these cards talk about isolation, and then your final card is the Ten of Pentacles. All right, so that's the second 10 card that you've got. So 10s represent an end of a cycle. It represents a completion and a renewal, which of course, it's the first day of a new year, so that makes total sense. But this card is the wealth card. All right, the 10 of Pentacles is the wealth card. Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Mercury and Virgo, that's like the stars are aligning for you right here, okay? Celebrate the little things. Make sure that you celebrate more. The truth will be recognized. Realization, manifestation, and stop whatever it is that you're doing, okay? Don't be impulsive. So make sure that you make your decisions in 2021 with a fair, thought behind it. Don't just willy-nilly jump into anything. Make sure that you think about what you're doing before you do it, and you won't end up shit creek without a paddle. So we say in the South. All right, so I think that's a pretty well-rounded reading. I don't really feel like we need any more solidifiers. But just for the fun of it, I have this new deck right here. I just made it. It's the Illuminati deck. It's not finished yet. But I've got a couple cards on here. And these are straight from the Georgia Guidestones. Alright, so the Georgia Guidestones are this huge monument that's in Georgia. And basically it's got all these laws and rules that we're supposed to follow on it. But it's very Illuminati-esque. So I made it part of my deck here. So we've got Georgia Guidestones Survival Tip number 4. Rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with a tempered reason. Okay, well, there you go. There's your Illuminati message for the day. And I hope that this wraps up your night really good. If you have any other questions or concerns, please leave them down below. I'm trying to wrap this up a little extra fast because the neighbors have started blowing off fireworks again. And I want to go, I want to go get my camera and look at them. Good night.